Marriage is an institution ordained by God Himself. In answer to having a practical guide that explores the intricacies of marriage relationship in these times, introducing Understanding the Dynamics of Marriage, a full resource guide for intending couples and every family, for anyone who desires to make his or her marriage worthwhile. It's packed full of knowledge vitamins about God's intention for the marriage institution. Written by a prolific educationist, public speaker and celebrated minister of gospel, Antoni Okoh. Available now in Christian bookstores near you at Sovereign Word Church Bookstore, located at number 11 Awori Street, Ilekwa Alhaji Bus Stop, or call Rosemary on 0803-558-2098.
A young lady met a man, and in the process of their courting and dating, the young lady actually convinced this man that she was from a very rich home and that the father would sponsor any man that married her, because that was his father's tradition in sponsoring the men that married the daughters. And the man, to me, in the bid to maybe make more out of life, opted out to marry this young lady, but only to discover after marriage that all that the lady told her were all lies. The father was never there. It was just more like a gimmick. And eventually she just dangled the carrot before him, and he rushed into marrying her, only to discover that that was not the truth. Why did I come up with this story? It's for the young ladies and the young men out there to be sure of where they are going into or who they want to marry before they make the decision. I am Pastor Antoni Okoh, and I want to talk to you on choosing a life partner. The life partner is symbolic of a marriage relationship. It is God that ordained the marriage relationship for us to enjoy. And so, before we go into the marriage relationship, there are certain things we must know. There are certain things we must consider. There are certain things that must be in place for us to choose a life partner, because it's supposed to be a lifetime affair. It's not what you will start today and eventually you opt out along the way. There is supposed to be a marriage relationship that will last for life, not the one that will, shut down along the way, where you begin to say, oh, we're not compatible, oh, we don't have what it takes, oh, he's not taking care of me, oh, she's very rude, she's very abusive, she doesn't know how to cook, and all those stuff. We start coming up with issues. But you see, these are things that we're supposed to find out before marriage. That's where dating, that's where courtship, that's where all those things come up. But these days, everyone seems to be in a hurry, to just catch a man and just marry him overnight without actually finding out who this man is or who this woman is. So you now find out that a lot of the single people we have these days marry for the wrong reasons. Some marry for beauty, some marry for money, some marry for fame, some marry for various reasons. But is that the reason that God created the marriage relationship? No. The Bible says, so that you will not be alone. So that after he created the man, he said it is not good that the man should be alone. So he created for him a woman. That means what? Relationship, fellowship. That is what you're supposed to get from a marriage relationship. Fellowship that will help you to achieve your God-given purpose. I am talking about choosing a life partner. What are those things that you must check, that you must put in place for you to know that you are on the right path? I tell you, it is not only women that suffer in marriage like what most people believe. I tell you, there are a lot of men who are also suffering in their marriage relationships. That's why if you're watching me today, I want you to take out time. Some of the key points I will just briefly talk about for you to watch is one of the major things you must look out for in anyone you want to marry. Is this person, is he or she a child of God? Is he or she committed to God? Is he or she faithful? Does she have the seed of loyalty, of faithfulness, of commitment? Will she be committed to this marriage relationship when you intend to settle with him or her? Is one of the major things you should look into. Does he or she also have a teachable spirit? There are some people you can never talk to them. By the time you get married to them is another thing. It's another ball game altogether. You see, sometimes we see the handwriting written boldly on the wall, but because some of us have agendas, we do not take time to look at some of those things that are clearly stated out. How do you choose a life partner? Some of these and other things I will talk about in my next episode. But before then, I would encourage you, go to my website, Lucy Okoh. There you'll be able to find a book that I have just written, and it's taking time to talk about some of those things, most of the key important things that you need in choosing a life partner. You will not miss it. So I encourage you, go to my website, get the book, Understanding the Dynamics of Marriage. Get it and read it. If you need counseling, you need direction, you need to get the book to study and read, I want you to call the numbers on the screen. We'll be able to reach you and the book will get to you. You've got to prepare for your tomorrow. Your marriage can either make you or man you.
Marriage is an institution ordained by God Himself. In answer to having a practical guide that explores the intricacies of marriage relationship in these times, introducing Understanding the Dynamics of Marriage, a full resource guide for intending couples and every family, for anyone who desires to make his or her marriage worthwhile. It's packed full of knowledge vitamins about God's intention for the marriage institution. Written by a prolific educationist, public speaker and celebrated minister of gospel, Lucy Okoh. Available now in Christian bookstores near you at Sovereign Word Church Bookstore, located at number 11 Awori Street in Lekwa Alhaji Bus Stop, or call Rosemary on 0803-558-2098. Understanding